In Atomic Habits, James Clear shows us how to leverage habits to our advantage. We often fail to change bad habits not because we don't want to, but because oftentimes we don't have the skills. Did you know that adding lamps to a dark neighborhood can drastically reduce crime? One simple modification can have a significant impact. Dr. Anne Thorndike sought to enhance her patients' diets without them having to make deliberate choices. She only redesigned her hospital's food court. She stocked the fridges with water instead of cola near the cash registers. Soda sales fell 11% in 3 months, while water sales rose 25% due to the soda's lower visibility. Her hospital patients behaved better after seeing water instead of soda. Trigger removal can also change things. Charles Duhigg recounts an occurrence in Iraq in The Power of Habit. The military made one change to stop unrest in an Iraqi town. They just removed all food sellers from the town plaza. This seemingly little change disturbed the riot. Later in the day, people went home for food. Food replaced violence for the rioters. Again, this shows how small changes may have a tremendous difference. We're told we need dramatic efforts to change and develop. James Clear explains how simple behaviors may impact the world. Understanding habits is the first step to harnessing their power. Atomic Habits analyzes how habitual behavior influences our lives. We think most of our daily behavior is based on decision-making, yet 45% of it is habit. Thus, approximately half of our lives are spent on autopilot. Habits simplify repetitive daily chores by delving into our subconscious. Habits free up brain power for unique and creative processes. However, habits don't always improve life. Example: smoking. Smokers use cigarettes to calm themselves. Cigarettes are an example of how short-term fixes can harm long-term health. So, harmful habits may give us short-term gains, but good habits take time to show their benefits. If you want things now, this can be difficult. The idea is to analyze and change your habitual behavior. Science can help us understand how habits form. First comes a trigger, then a yearning, then a response, and eventually a reward, according to the author. Cues are often naturally noticed because they hint towards a prize. We crave rewards. We gain prizes for responding. We experience pleasure from the rewards. The reward finishes the 4-step cycle. But when does it become a habit? Look at toddlers. To get a chuckle, toddlers throw toys on the floor. Laughter makes them toss more. Attention pleases them. Thus, they will do it again because we humans tend to repeat behaviors that yield immediate rewards. This is familiar to coffee drinkers. They wake up in the morning. Wakefulness is their desire. The response is staggering to the kitchen to prepare a morning drink. Their reward is coffee. They become a morning coffee person by repetition. Delays and difficulties also irritate us. Your coffee ritual could change if you had to solve a crossword puzzle to turn on your machine. James Clear calls this task friction. Habits are easy when friction is low and hard when friction is high. The key is to make doing the right thing easy. Let's use habit formation to improve ourselves now that we understand it. Building excellent habits requires a firm foundation. Changes to your environment can help you form good habits and break harmful ones. Our environment shapes us, says James Clear. Good habits can be maintained with 4 methods. They must be clear, appealing, simple, and gratifying. Imagine you want to improve your guitar playing. Make the habit cue obvious first. Place your guitar where you can see and reach it. That way, you'll play more. You might want to read more. When you make your bed in the morning, put your book on top of your pillow. You're more likely to read before bed if you do this. Do you want more sleep? Make sleep appealing. The more appealing a place is, the longer you'll stay. Make an effort to create a warm, tranquil bedroom you'll want to spend more time in. Do you want to have better eating? Start by reducing task friction. Any delay or inconvenience is friction. Pre-chop vegetables for a quick snack or bulk cook healthful dishes. Finish with satisfaction. Avoid carrot sticks if you don't like them. Find healthful snacks you like. If you like it, you'll keep doing it. For harmful behaviors, we'll reverse these notions. Invisibility, unattractiveness, difficulty, and unsatisfaction are the goals. Therefore, hide junk food. Only smoke outdoors in cold weather. Take the batteries out of the remote control to make your TV harder to watch. You want to make your undesirable habits as unpleasant as possible. But change is hard. It takes labor to build a house for good behaviors. Good habits are tougher to form because their benefits aren't as immediate as poor ones. When you start a positive habit like learning a new language or upskilling, you may feel frustrated. Sticking to healthy habits requires accepting their direction. It's about patience. To form excellent habits, we need effective tactics. It's cliché, but you must focus on the start. Excited or enthusiastic dreams of significant changes often take over. In these situations, we often rush to do too much. Early excitement usually disappoints. We lose interest if we don't see results fast. The task may seem difficult if you don't focus on the start. We often feel overwhelmed by large undertakings or aspirations. Some jobs seem too big to start, making them seem unattainable. The 2-minute rule comes into play here. James Clear recommends us to develop a new habit in less than 2 minutes. Focus on modest steps rather than the overall outcome to follow this rule. For instance, stop thinking about running a marathon and start thinking about putting on your shoes, reading 3 pages to finishing a book, from washing clothes to folding socks. You can even layer a new habit on top of an old one. This method offers you impetus to start. Start running once you're used to putting on your sneakers every day. Would you like to meditate every day? This habit should be linked to your morning coffee. Turn on the kettle and take a few minutes to sit quietly. As we know, starting something is different from sticking to it. How do we form healthy habits when life and motivation get in the way? Most people don't want to work out after a long day. Ronan, an electrical engineering student, agreed. Ronan knew he should exercise more. He created a method to sync his stationary bike and laptop. This clever idea limited Netflix playback to Ronan's cycling speed. Netflix would pause whenever he slowed, forcing him to cycle faster to finish the episode. You can stay motivated by combining something you want with something you want with something you hate. However, clarity, not motivation, typically holds us back. Phrasing matters, according to a US voter research. When will you vote and how will you get to the voting station were more likely to vote than those asked if they would. Thus, details matter. Consider when, where, and how to change. Set a clear goal, like being ready for bed by 9:30 p.m. every night instead than just wanting more sleep. Rewards help us maintain habits. Scoreboard approach applies. The scoreboard strategy builds behavior chains to stick to a task. This helped Jerry Seinfeld expand his comedy repertoire. Jerry marked a large X on his calendar for every joke he made. He didn't care about making the funniest joke. He just wanted to keep developing on his stuff. Simple but effective, the scoreboard technique keeps you on track. Use a habit tracker like Jerry. A habit tracker lets you score your habits and measure your development. Small behavioral improvements won't change your life overnight. If you make these tiny improvements a habit, you'll likely improve your life. Atomic Habits emphasizes self-improvement through small but major changes. Atomic Habits can help you make substantial lifestyle changes if you're overwhelmed and hesitant. Changing is scary. All trips require preparation and self-awareness. If you want meaningful, transformative change, you have to start somewhere. This book encourages you to take little but significant actions toward enduring change. If you're willing to work hard, invest in yourself, trust the trajectory, and believe in the compound power of your daily habits, little changes may have a big impact.